Hello everyone. For the remaining questions, we are going to focus on the hydrants table, which provides information about fire hydrants. Let's get started by writing down the row index. Those are going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 corresponding to the 6 rows. Let's solve question 8, which is asking us to execute the SQL query. Select color, year from hydrants where color equal to blue. I have highlighted the color and year columns as part of the above hydrants table. Let's focus on the Boolean condition associated with the where clause, which is color equal to blue. Clearly, we are interested in the last 3 rows over here. What are we selecting? We are selecting color and year. The return value data frame will have column index as color and year. Your row index will be 0, 1 and 2 because you'll be dealing with a brand new data frame. The corresponding color is going to be blue, blue and blue, sort of redundant. The year column value is going to be 2010, 2014 and 2018. Please pause the lecture video here and go through question 9. Then write a comment in the comment section answering this question. What is similar between question 8 and question 9? If you got the exact same answer for question 9 when compared to question 8, then you had the correct answer to my question. Let's go through the steps here. Step number 1 wants us to execute the SQL query, select color, year from hydrants and store the return value from QRY function into a variable called df. I'm going to write down the first few rows of df data frame here. Column index will be color and year. The row index will start at 0 and it will get incremented for every row. That's because we are going to deal with a brand new data frame. The corresponding color and year values for those row index will be red and 1999. Then you're going to have red and 2000. Then you're going to have green and 2001 and so on. Let's go through step number 2, which contains a syntax which you're not really familiar with. That's going to be df.color. df.color is equivalent to saying df of color. Recall that df of color enables us to retrieve a column series where you have column index as color. When you say df.color equal to blue, you're writing a Boolean expression where you want to check the color column values to be blue. What are you doing with the Boolean expression? You're using it for Boolean indexing. When you apply that particular Boolean indexing, your output from step number 2 is going to be exactly same as the output from query in question 8 over here. So let's talk about the performance implications. For the sake of performance discussion, we are going to assume that the hydrants table over here contains 1 million rows. Give me just a second to write that down. I'm going to just write down 1 million rows beside the hydrants table. Let's talk about which of these two queries would be faster if your hydrants table contains 1 million rows. Let's assume that only 3 of those 1 million rows will have the color of the fire hydrant to be blue. If you were thinking query in question number 8 would be faster, then you had the correct answer to my question. Let me give you the reasons for that. So the first reason is that database has performance optimization. Let me go ahead and write down the phrase database performance optimization, and then I want to talk about what exactly I mean by that. So recall that I mentioned that databases work really well for large data. 1 million rows is an example of a large data. Database internally has a lot of optimizations to deal with answering queries based on large data sets. So that's going to be reason number 1. Reason number 2 is that the return value of this particular query is simply going to be a data frame containing just 3 rows. Why are we only getting 3 rows? That's because we are assuming that there are only going to be 3 fire hydrants which have blue color over here. Since the query directly applies the filtering using the where clause condition here, your data frame in the return value is only going to contain 3 rows. Let's look at the output from question 9 over here. Step number 1 is going to end up generating a data frame which contains 1 million rows. Why is that the case? That's because we are extracting the color and year column information for all of the rows within the hydrants table. Step number 2 is going to end up processing a data frame which contains 1 million rows. So I'm going to go ahead and write that part down where I'm saying processing a data frame with 1m rows. Why is that bad? Pandas is not as fast as a database with respect to performance. So your step number 1 and step number 2 here will be very slow. So this is going to be the slower option. Let's move on to the next question over here. The next question is asking us to execute the SQL query select year from hydrants where owner equal to private and active. This is the first example where we have and as part of the Boolean condition along with the where clause over here. Notice something strange about this particular condition. The second part that comes after and simply states active. Let's focus on the active column as part of hydrants table. Observe that active column contains the values as zeros and ones. So when you say something and active, you're just indicating that active column's value should be 1 over here. So let's focus on the first part of the where condition which says owner equal to private. Pretty much there are only 2 rows which satisfy that particular condition. Only one of those has the active column value as 1 as I've highlighted in the above hydrants table. What are we selecting? We are selecting year column value. So the data frame is going to have column index as year here. The corresponding row index is going to be 0. What is going to be the value for the year? That is simply going to be 2001 over here, right? Let's move on to solving question number 11. Question 11 is first asking us to execute this query which is select year comma style comma active from hydrants. I'm going to skip writing the entire output of this particular query. I'll just write down the initial few rows. So I'm going to say year as the first column index, style as the second column index, and active as the third column index over here. And the row index is going to be from 0, 1, 2, etc. The corresponding values will be, let me see, year is going to be 1999, style is going to be K-81, active is going to be 0. For the second row you're going to get 2000, the style is going to be M3 and your active is going to be 0, and you'll keep populating the remaining data frame like this. Let's focus on step number 2, which is using the Boolean indexing. We are using the Boolean indexing as df.active equal to 1. Clearly we are interested in the subset of the data frame which is indicated by the last few rows which I'm highlighting in the above hydrants table over here. What do we want to do after we extract those rows? we want to just select the style column information. The style column information is simply going to have Pacer as the values for all of those rows. So you're going to end up with a pandas series which contains 4 values as, give me just a second, sorry. I'm going to use the green color for consistency here. The values are going to be Pacer, 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 and Pacer over here. Again, sort of redundant. What would be the corresponding index? Be very careful here. The index is going to come from the data frame df, which I'm highlighting on the left hand side here. So you're going to get the index as 2, 3, 4 and 5 over here. I shouldn't be drawing the vertical line here because this is going to be of type series. So you're going to get a pandas series as the return value. I'll go ahead and wrap up this video here. In the next video, we are going to solve the last few problems.